This is Trash Talk with your host, Garrett the Trash Man.
Buenos dias a todos, and welcome to Trash Talk.
No, it's buenas.
Buenas. Yeah, so what's up? It's Fire Friday. Happy you guys are here. Happy I'm here. It's a beautiful day to be an American, just like every day.
America.
So, dude, it's Fire Friday, so real quick, thank you, Larson Waste. You're incredible. Follow Larson Waste on Instagram, Facebook. If you're not, well, you're missing stuff, so do it.
Just
Also,
do it.
Become the customer. Now let's roll right in. I got two things to say,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to say two things on Fire Friday if I feel like it, because you know why?
It's your own
It's
podcast.
our podcast, bro. Woo! All right, so two things that have been on my mind. One is the fact that there is no value in the explanation. I had someone call me out. He didn't call me out on it, but he made me realize it the other day. It's something that I've talked about with business leaders and different people of that there's no value in that explanation. It doesn't matter. It's either happening or not happening. You either kept your word or you didn't. There's definitely stuff like honoring your word and different things like that. But the fact of why a thing is generally doesn't serve too much. And I've definitely found to leave that up to the other person. So if I'm going to need to reschedule something, the explanation doesn't matter. I can leave that up to them of like, hey, I need to reschedule. I'm happy to share the context of it, but the fact is I just need to reschedule. Can we do that? That's it. A lot simpler, a lot cleaner. And I found myself, because I found myself explaining myself to other people, and there's really no value. It does no good. The facts are still the facts of whatever the situation is. But I'll find myself, hey, can I reschedule this? Because it's my son's birthday, and I didn't recognize that when we scheduled this, and I would really like to do X, Y, and Z with him. And it's like, that was just a bunch of wasted nothingness. Now, if they requested that, that's a completely different story. If they've got an opening like, hey, I'd want to know, it depends if that works for me. Why is the rescheduling happening? And it's something I've definitely hounded into our team here at Larson Waste. If something needs to be changed and I start to hear the explanation, whether you want to call it excuse, explanation, whatever, I'm like, hey, it doesn't matter. I'll ask you for that if it matters. And so I've just found it useful to, I'm in the middle of working on that, of don't try to explain myself away in any situation. And at the same point, I'm always willing to share the context of what led me there. And I found it to be a powerful negotiating tool as well. So that's what I got to say on that. And then the second thing I got to say for this Fire Friday, just see how I put that little dust floaty in there. You probably couldn't see the dust floaty. If you're watching on the video, that's why I did second like that, is commitment. Man, what an incredible thing. And particularly how valuable it is to be involved with someone that is committed to something. It really doesn't matter what that thing is.
But like, there's what I just wanted to say something real quick about that. Like, I think there's what most people think is commitment or a committed person, but then when you meet someone who's truly committed to something, it's like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, and it's a very simplistic thing that if someone's adding things onto it, it's not commitment.
Yeah.
Like, commitment is just doing what is necessary. That's it. If you're adding things on, unless this happens or anything added onto that, you then no longer have commitment.
Yeah.
That's fine, just you don't have commitment. You're not being committed if there's anything added on to, hey, I'm committed to this, except for if this, that, or that. It just, you don't have commitment. That's all.
Well, and like, you watch it, like, someone who's committed in sports, like, in football, if someone's committed, like, they're committed. You can tell. If they're not committed, like, it's plain as day.
Yep.
And in just about any sport, you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
It shows up very blatantly, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, and it goes back to something that I'm always talking about, and that's living life on purpose. Like, what are you committed to? And I've talked about this. Like, can you be woken up in the middle of the night and say, hey, what are you committed to? And if you can't cite off what you're committed to, you're probably not committed to anything.
Yeah.
You're probably doing a little bit of floating along in life. And there's definitely a spectrum of, closer to commitment and farther from commitment, but commitment holds its own there. And what I want to get across on this Fire Friday is life is so much more fulfilling if you will be committed. And yeah, those are my rants.
Dude, I love that. I'm in this process of learning like what that really looks like, mostly due to having a 3-day experience with Brandon and Mark.
That lots of times will do it.
yeah. Like I have never experienced like someone, like two guys that are just like we are like I don't know how to put it into words very well. Like I've just never met people that committed to like me, like just having met me.
Well, and something you just said that I think is really an important part, and I don't know if they said to me or where I've come across it, but someone that is truly committed, they don't have to go around saying it. They're experienced as committed.
Yeah.
Like Jerry Rice is someone that comes to mind because I remember reading in a book about how he was running 50-yard suicides after he had just won the Super Bowl, because that's what he did after every game. Now he doesn't go and he never talked about that in press conferences or anything like that, but like you just experienced him as committed, like even from a far distance of just watching him play. You experienced him as committed, and that people that the higher committed you are, I think the bigger draw that you bring.
Absolutely.
And it's experienced. That's why it's hard to put into words.
Yeah.
Because it's not from people saying it. People that are truly committed don't have to go around saying it.
It's an experience.
Ooh.
That was good.
Que rico.
I like it. So, I'm actually going to steal something off of that commitment thing because I've had an experience with it this week, I'm building a house right now and we're kind of in crunch time. And I have been needing someone in my family to help me with something for like the last month. But that person is a very busy person, and I don't blame them for putting my need kind of low on their totem pole. But they've been very non-committal in either a yes or a no.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I just, hey.
It's fine if no, just I need to know.
Yeah, I just need to know, and I've been hounding them, and I should have been more clear and concise in my communication. But finally I got to the point, I'm like, what am I doing? So finally I just called him up and I said, hey, I need this done, like, now. And if you can't do it, that's fine. Like, there's no judgment around it. Like, I give you this space to, that's cool.
I don't expect anything from you.
There's no expectation here. I just need to know, like, can you commit to having this done by the end of this week or not? If not, I'm going to go find someone else to do it. And he's like, well, no, I don't think I can do it. And there's a possibility I might be able to. I said, that's fine. No, that's my answer. I'll take that as a no. I'm going to go and I'm going to be in action about it because I got to get this done. Well, then, like a couple hours later, I get a call back, and they're like, hey, I might be able to do it this day. And I says, no, don't worry about it. I already got someone else to do it. Well, why'd you do that? Because I didn't have a commitment, and they've already committed.
Yeah.
And I've just realized, like, oh, man, like, one, it's created a mess over there for him, and, like no judgment. Like, hey, like, that has nothing to do with me. But also, like, on my end of, like, just being that way, like, made it so much cleaner for me. Like, okay, great. No, boom. Done. And, like, not holding judgment or expectation towards it, but just saying, okay, yeah, okay, great. That's what you've got. That's fine. I understand. You've got a lot going on. Go found someone. Hey, Does this work for you? Yeah, absolutely. You know, I just had a job fall through. I can get to it tomorrow. Awesome, great. Get over here. Let's do it. Boom,
Yeah.
and it's already done.
Yep.
Like they're finishing up this morning and they're going to go to their next job.
And I think that's a valuable illustration because I would imagine a lot of people have been in a situation that I'm going to describe, whether it's a friend, a family member, whatever, says, oh, I can handle that for you. And because they're doing it for free or as a favor, I find myself lots of times being like, I would rather just pay for it because then I can get it done and be done. I don't care if I'm saving the money or not. That's not what's important. Getting it done is what's important. And just being awake to that and doing what you described that you did and saying, great, I would really appreciate it if you did it for me. And what's most important is that it gets done. So I don't expect you to do it at this time, but if you're going to do this for me, can you do it in this time? If not, it would work better for me to go a different direction.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
And honestly, you just even offering is like incredible that you'd even offer, and that's it. And you can be clean with it.
Yeah.
Like you said, and if they're like, yep, I'll commit to it, you can count on me, like yada yada, awesome, cool. And,
Well, and the oh wait, did I cut you off?
I was just gonna say, and if not, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and what I was gonna say is like also like on the flip side, like if you're the person on the other end offering to do it, like say, yeah, hey, like commit to it and show them like, hey, my commitment can be this. And if that doesn't work for you, like I don't want you to get mad if that doesn't work for you, because like I'm willing to help. But if that doesn't work for you, like tell me. So then like, hey, we don't have to do this, and it's clean.
mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that's I think that's a good illustration of like a very simple illustration of commitment.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
I concur.
You nailed it.
Well, thank you. I think you introduced it very well.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you listening. Have a great weekend. Freaking kill it, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Deuces.
Peace.